before, when you're taking photos with your mobile phone, it's just gonna be like this 3-pixel kind of photo or something, just like you would just definitely know that this is a mobile phone. So but then right now things have really changed, and then you can see an improvement in how good the photos look. So welcome back to another video on my channel, and today right here with me I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I'm going to be taking some photos with it and showing you the results later on in the video. So make sure you stick around for that. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and enjoy the video.
Libre de tu amor, no lo compliques, tirando techo a la cara te olvides. Las cosas cambiaron, una situación cabrón. Suéltame para siempre, no mires atrás. Las cosas cambiaron.
So over here in my bag, you can probably see I have a bunch of different camera gear and equipment. There's a film camera and a bunch of different stuff, but then all this is pretty unnecessary if you have a mobile phone. So if you're trying to keep things simple, if you're trying to have a run and gun kind of camera, I would say a quick spoiler that this camera is definitely worth it. So right now I am in this really amazing location. I've driven past here a couple times. If you see over here, I've driven past this road a bunch of times, but this is the first time that I'm actually stopping, taking some time and shooting in this location, and I have to say it is amazing. So I'm very sure I'm going to be getting some nice shots. Okay, and I'm sure you guys can see this location. The trees around are amazing. Right now I'm actually waiting for a friend of mine. I will also be using her as a model in some of the shots that I'm gonna take. Also going to be giving you this POV of me walking around and showing you how I get some of these shots. Telephone. Okay, let's get more trees in the foreground. All right, so we got this, boom, then more punched in, and then we have the normal zoomed in shot. Photos on the phone, and then I'm gonna review all the different photos and let's let you guys know what I think about each and every photo. So guys, this is actually a few weeks after the shoot, after I shot the video, but now I have all the photos on my computer. I have a bunch of them here. So what I'm gonna be doing is that I will just be like looking at each and every one, not every one of them, I'm not gonna look at every single one of the photos, but then I'm just gonna look at the ones that really stand out and really look cool, and I'll just give you my thoughts on them. What I'm gonna say is that over the years, mobile iPhones and mobile phones in general have really improved. So before, when you're taking photos with your mobile phone, it's just gonna be like this 3-pixel kind of photo or something, just like you would just definitely know that this is a mobile phone. So but then right now things have really changed, and then you can see an improvement in how good the photos look. In some cases you can't even differentiate between a photo that was shot with an iPhone or a photo that was shot with a camera. But then later on in the video I'm just going to be letting you know some of the things that I don't really like about it, and that I prefer with the camera. So guys, this is the first photo I'm just gonna show you. So you can see right here we have the leaves in the foreground, and then the very beautifully blurred out background. So this is the difference between this phone and the iPhone 7. I made a video about the iPhone 7. I've also made a video about, I think, the iPhone 11 and 10. You can go check those out. For the iPhone 7, if you're using the portrait mode, because I shot this photo in the portrait mode, if you're using the portrait mode with iPhone 7, what's gonna happen is that you would see some really awkward blurs. The iPhone sensor wouldn't be able to judge perfectly what's in the foreground and what's in the background, and then you would see some portions of the photo just like really weirdly blurred. This is one thing that I've noticed that they've improved on significantly. So with this photo, you can really see how clear. I might have to get my glasses out for this, but then you can really see how clear it gets. So you know, the leaves are perfectly in focus, and I love how smooth the background is blurred. And yeah, this is another photo of, you know, my friend. His name is Sonam. He was also helping out with the shoot that day. On the iPhone 12, you can actually use the portrait mode effect on, you know, a wide angle, which is something that, you know, you couldn't do with the other iPhone. So this is with the portrait mode effect, and this is without the portrait mode effect. So it's still a very dope picture. If you look at it, it's really sharp, really clean. With the portrait mode effect, it just makes it that much more, you know, cinematic, and it looks less and less like a mobile phone shot. And by the way, all the photos that I'm showing you are already edited, so I've used my Lightroom presets. I don't know if anyone's interested in them. If you are, just let me know in the comment box below. So all these shots, I use my Lightroom presets. I'm not really over enhancing it. I'm just like tweaking the colors, just the lights and the shades a little bit. But then, you know, this is still a very good photo. And then this goes to show that you can really make an iPhone photo look spectacular. This is another one that really stood out to me. So yes, you can see with the portrait mode how it very nicely separates the foreground from the background. If I took this and just posted it, many people would probably not even know that this is an iPhone photo. So, you know, this really stands out, and I love this photo. Also, I have an Instagram, so if you guys are interested in some of the photos I've taken and you just want to probably connect with me on Instagram, I have an Instagram. It's going to be in the link below, or you can just search Laid_back_central and you can find me on Instagram. Alright, so yeah, this is without the effect, without the blurred effect, but you can still get the foreground, the background in focus, and it's really cool. This is also with the zoomed in lens. This is another shot that I took with the zoomed in lens. I really love. I love the telephoto lens. The telephoto lens actually makes it so much nicer. It increases the variety of shots that you can get with your phone, and I really think it's dope. One other important thing that I want to talk about is the dynamic range on this phone. The iPhone 7, I made this video. One of the issues was that, you know, you would take a photo and then the highlights would be blown out. The highlights would be overexposed, kind of like this right here. So if you're looking at my screen, you would notice like this highlight is, you know, pretty much overexposed, and you can't really see what's going on out there. But then with this phone, it's able to take photos and make it such that the highlights are still, you know, visible. They're not too bright and overexposed, and then the shadows aren't too crushed. That's a perfect range, and it's a very good dynamic range. So you can see that very clearly with this photo, and I think it's absolutely great. Took some other photos. You can really see the effect of the ultra wide angle. This is one thing that I really like. I just like that wide angle look, you know, so it just gives a very nice perspective. That's why I got like the 16mm lens right now that I'm shooting on. You know, it's pretty close to my face, but then you can still see a whole lot behind me. That's why, you know, I really like the wide angle. Believe it or not, you can have this phone and you can use it for portrait photography. So if you have a nice setup and then everything, you can switch on to portrait mode and you can get some really cool portraits. So, you know, but you know, I've talked about the pros, really cool things about it. Then the cons is that specifically with this phone, and I think the iPhone 11 as well, There's one thing that when you take the photo, it kind of like automatically enhances it for you. I don't know if it's like a setting that you can change. I've tried looking for, you know, ways to change the setting. I don't know if, you know, there's someone who knows about this and probably can fix it. But then this is one thing that I just really don't like. It just gets, it's not terrible. It doesn't make the photo so bad, but then there's some times maybe the lighting is kind of dim and I just want that dim lighting in my photo. So I end up taking the photo and then it just brightens the photo up or just changes the colors up a bit. So this is one thing that I find weird with the iPhone 12. But yeah, let me know what you think about all the photos that I've taken, and let me know what you think about the iPhone 12, whether it's worth it, whether it's not worth it, whether it's a waste of money. And with that being said, thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
叫咔咔，咔咔，咔咔。